So what were your thoughts on the part 1 of the finale tonight? Because, I mean, just for me, you know, and I've watched the show for a while too, it was crazy to me.
Yeah, okay, so I'm looking at my notes. Aven, okay?
You got it.
Seems like a great guy. Maybe is going to be the Bachelor. I don't know. You guys would know more than me. But I went like, I thought he just blew it. Like I've tried to do that thing where you're trying to be nice and say something that's essentially not what the person wants to hear. And I thought he should have maybe, just from a guy's point of view, he should have just committed to like, I couldn't, like, she couldn't like get around it, right?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of poor communication there.
What do you think? Okay, if you were him or in his position watching from a guy's perspective, what exactly would you have had him do differently? Specifically,
probably say the thing that he knows is going to get him kicked off, but was the truth, right? Which is that he's not ready to
be engaged.
Pull the trigger. But this is what I've always wanted to ask you guys. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. Okay.
All right, we're ready.
Why not when you're in the fantasy suites? I'm sure everyone you meet wants to know what happens in the fantasy suite. But why don't you just say like all the stuff then? Like just say, look, like I'll propose to you, but it's not going to be a, you know, real engagement, but then we'll get to know each other. And then like, why does it have to be so like, you know, you can say anything that night, right?
Okay, I'm going to fire a question right back at you. How do you know that we don't talk about that stuff? Because it's not on camera.
Because everyone's so messed up about the proposal. And it's like, why don't you just say like, look, let's get engaged, but it's not like, you know, we'll get like really engaged later, but you know what I mean?
I would say that, okay, so I would say my response to this is a lot of times it's not necessarily about the physical ring of it. It's the fact of like, at this point in your life, you going into relationships, the love that you have found or tried to find, it was either like you weren't enough or it didn't work out or that person couldn't commit. And so it's very much so like coming into it. And for me, it was less about the physical ring and the more about like, this is taking a risk and are you willing to commit to somebody? So it was more about like the commitment and less about the like engagement, proposal, you know?
But in this scenario between Rachel and Aven, he did say, I want to leave here with you. I do want to continue this with you. I do see a life with you. I just don't know if it's like the right time for that physical ring.
But you should have said that during the suites, right?
Right. Well, and that's where I feel like more so in this season, and you two, please like tell me if you agree or disagree with this. More so than ever, I feel like this season has been so vague. Like there's not a lot of context behind the conversations and it's very hard for the viewers to understand. And maybe that's because, I mean, I would just have to chalk it up to the fact that there are 2 leads and so many extra conversations happening. But I feel like I've never seen a season where there's been so much miscommunication between the contestants and the leads. Where some of that's
like editing, right?
Yeah, well,
it's hard to know because that's what I'm saying. I agree too, Becca. It's hard to know if those conversations are just purely not happening or if we're not seeing them because the time is split between 2 people, right?